what's up? This is Dr. TK, clinical psychologist and #1 branding coach for therapists. So I want to welcome you to my channel. Today I am coming to you with a different type of topic. I've received on Instagram a few inquiries regarding how I have been able to manifest a luxurious lifestyle while also running a business, being of course a mom, being a wife, and then having multiple streams of income. And so today I want to talk to you about the 3 top things that I do to manifest abundance, not just in my business, but of course in my personal life, okay? So I want to share with you what's called the 10-10-10 rule. 10, right, times 3. And so with the 10-10-10 rule, I've learned this formula maybe about 4 years ago, and I really wanted to see what it would do for me. So I like to do experiments to see how things are going to work. And of course, when I see results, I'm going to tell certain people about it that are in my circle, but more importantly, I'm going to do it over and over and over again. And so you may be wondering, what is the 10-10-10 rule? Or maybe you've heard of it before, but you've had a very difficult time implementing it, okay? And so 10-10-10 rule, of course, is broken down into 3 parts, and make sure that you stay to the end because I'm going to share with you a 4th bonus tip of how I implement a added version of the 10-10-10 rule. So first, let's look at how much money you bring in net, right? From either your paycheck from your job or a combination of your business profits. Now, because I have a corporation, I am an employee of my business, which means that I look at my money net. Okay, so one of the first things that I do as soon as the direct deposit hits my bank account is I have set up automatically 10% to go to tithing. So the first 10 is tithing or charitable donations. So the reason why I say either is that, you know, I'm a spiritual person, but not everybody belongs to a church. Not everyone knows how to donate to churches or spiritual entities, but maybe someone wants to donate to their favorite charity, right? So 10% should automatically go to your tithes. Now, the way that I have it set up is kind of like bill pay through auto pay. My church has the luxury of having their systems working online. We even have a church app. And so you can go onto our website, you can actually create an account, and then you can set up how much do you want to give for your tithes or your offering, but I typically do tithing. And then how often do you want it to come out if you do want to do it automatically, and how much do you want to pay? So because I'm on a salary in my business, of course, minus bonuses, because if I get a bonus, which I do throughout the year, then I still tithe from my bonus money, okay? So when my paycheck hits my direct deposit, 10% already is set to go out literally the day after I pay myself. And the reason why I set it up to go a day after is because the day of the week that we chose to pay out ourselves along with contractors, sometimes a holiday can fall like on a Monday or a Friday, because sometimes we switch it up to see what day of the week works best for people to get paid. But right now I'm on a schedule to pay myself every Monday. So sometimes holidays fall on Monday, especially during the spring with like the President's Days, spring break and things like that. So I'd just rather have it go out a day after, because the amount that comes out is pretty significant. It's 10%, but also of course my bills are being taken out. So I want to make sure that the money is being taken out all honestly on the same day, and that the money has hit my account, okay? So that's the first 10%. Now the second 10% is actually for, a saving, okay? So I call it an abundance fund, not an emergency account. I really despise the word emergency account, because what that means every time I see that pot of money in that bank account is that, it's for an emergency. And an emergency is typically something bad. And so because of the way that it registers in your brain as an emergency, I prefer to call it an abundance fund. Now, the abundance fund can pay for if you have something that happens to your car, you can go and take the money out, but it's going to lead to another another level of abundance, because now you can actually drive around with your car having 4 new tires with brakes. Something may happen at your home, but at the end of the day, you're still living abundantly versus emergency, right? So my second 10%, it goes toward my abundance account, which is AKA your savings account. Now the third 10%, which is hint why I have these boxes right here, the last 10% is for profits, also known as the me account. The me account, right? And so the me account it goes to me. I can spend it any which way I would like. I can spend it on decorating my home, which I do. I can, invest it into myself with buying myself nice things along with my husband and my children. So you will see what's in the bags and what's behind the bags, because I did buy some things for my son, okay? But the third 10% is profit. And the reason why this one is actually very, very important that a lot of business owners neglect to include when they're budgeting out how much is gonna go to what is because imagine if you're doing all this work every single day or a few times throughout the week to run your business, or for your job, you're going to a 9 to 5, but yet you're not actually reaping the results, the rewards of your hard labor. After a while, this is where I see people actually burn out, because one of the things that I coach therapists, so some of the things that they say is that it just feels like I'm, on a rat race like a machine, and I just keep going and going. But the only thing that I get out of it is to be able to pay my rent. And people are actually excited when they say that, and it kind of bums me out, like, I was able to pay my rent, and that's great, or pay your mortgage, that's awesome. But what else were you able to reward yourself with? Were you able to go get a mani and a pedi? Were you able to go get the facial that has been on your vision board since January, and it's now the 4th quarter, the end of the year, right? So you want to make sure that you're carving out time for the profit, and you can actually save up some money in your profit. You can actually save up for family trips, for a girls' weekend away. It can be for you and your partner to have an extravagant on another level date night, but that's totally up to you, okay? So let me just recap before I do the bonus, and then of course go into these bags, right? So the first 10 is your tithing or to a charitable donation. The second 10% is to your abundance fund, which will be saved. And just a hint, and I'll actually put a link in the comment section, but I would highly encourage you to check out the American Express personal savings account. You do not have to have excellent credit to get it. They do not even check your credit. It's literally like an online banking system, but it's just someplace else. But the reason why I like it is because the interest rates are a lot better than your actual typical Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase savings account. Those savings account actually only gives you like what, 0.0001% on your money, right? But when I signed up for American Express, and of course the number goes up as far as the percentage based off of how the market is doing. However, it's still better than your regular bank account. So when I first signed up, literally every month I was getting like $20, $30, $60 added as an investment to my personal, to my abundance fund, the balance, simply because I put it in what's called a high yield savings account, which is what American personal savings account is. Okay, so when I got in it was at like 2-point-something%. Now I'm sure it's fluctuated. We're getting closer to the election. Nevertheless, it's gonna go back up, okay? So I would encourage you to check that out. It's free to set up, and the best thing is you can actually set it up where with my abundance fund, my 10% is pulled out every single check to immediately go into that account, because I believe that your money will actually grow faster if it's like out of sight, out of mind, meaning kind of like direct deposit, it automatically gets put from your check into that account. Now you can actually set it up with your employer to have it set up direct deposit right out of your check, right? Just like you would to a bank account if you're able to split up your direct deposit into 2 different ways. I actually have 2 ways I split up my paycheck through my direct deposit of how I pay myself. So the third one is the abundance fund. So I had to manually go in, just like you do with bill pay, or my tithing through my church. And I put in the amount of money that I want to be extracted from my regular checking account every single week. Okay, so I really hope that that has helped you understand the 10-10-10 rule. And the reason why, again, I implement this is because I was able to see my bank account grow. I was able to see that I was attracting more opportunities, more beautiful luxury items, a better way of living into my life. Because I believe that when you do what you're supposed to do with the money that you're calling in, the universe and God, because I believe in God, it's gonna give you more of it because you are being responsible. So even if you say, oh, I can only put up 20% because of the amount of money that's coming into your bank account, start with something. Start with $1 to put it in that abundance fund, in tithing or a charitable donation. But the most important part is to make it a habit. Okay. Now, the fourth bonus before I get to these bags is that I do take 10% from my business. Because what I just explained is my business pays me and then I take the money out of my personal checking account, okay? So I'm an employee to my business per se on paper, right? Even though I'm the CEO. So I do take out 10% of my gross revenue for my business. And I also am able to invest 10% back into my business. So what that would look like is that I invest 10% into maybe an online course. Like I actually just invested $1,500 2 weeks because I knew what I wanted to learn to get prepared for 2021. And when that thing came up, I already had the money set aside. Okay, so you can either stack up the money similar to an abundance fund, or you can put it in immediately. So part of my 10%, because I said part of it, I don't take another 10%, but part of my 10% is for marketing, advertising, and things like that, okay? So that's the bonus, is that if you pay yourself from your corporation, you should also be investing in your actual business. Every single month that you look at your numbers or your bookkeeper gives you a profit and loss statement, you should be investing a certain percentage back into your business every single month, every single quarter, however you and your bookkeeper or CPA, organize your money, okay? So now let's get into these luxury items. I am super excited. So let me just take you back a little bit. A few months ago, actually right before the era that we're living in right now, in February of this year, or maybe even in the beginning of March, my husband, myself, and my youngest son, we had just decided, oh, let's get up and get outside the house and let's go to South Coast Plaza Mall, which is in Orange County, going toward Newport Beach in Southern California. And so we went to South Coast Plaza. I had on my Pinterest board the things that I wanted specifically from the Louis Vuitton store. So we knew where to park. We knew exactly where we were going. And I told myself, okay, we're going to go in the store. I'm going to show them my Pinterest board. If they don't have it, we'll just walk around the mall. And if we see other things that we want and it's within our me fund, then we'll go ahead and purchase it, right? So when we walked up, it was an extremely long line in Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Chanel, and then it was a long line at the concierge desk. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, is the mall about to shut down or something? And so if you want to go back and actually watch this video where I actually did an unhauling of the Louis Vuitton products that I purchased, then feel free to go check out that video, okay? But in the meantime, I'll just in summary tell you what happened at the end. I recognized that there was a line, but I still wanted to go into the store. And so I noticed that they were taking in one person at a time. They had an iPad where they were taking people's names. So I was like, man, this is serious. So I went up to the concierge area desk and they said, oh, I don't know if you heard, but over the last couple of days, our mall has been having a promotion where if you spend up to a certain amount, I believe it was like up to $2,500, then you get a $300 check that you can use, and there's no expiration date. All you need to do is show us a proof of purchase of today, your ID, the card that you purchased with, to make sure that everything matches, and the mall will cut you a check for $300. If you spend over $2,500, then you get a check for $500. So I was like, oh, for sure, I'm definitely standing in line. So I stood in line, I showed the person, actually, no, I take that back. I didn't show her my Pinterest board. I had just told her and described to her what I wanted. So she was like, oh, I don't think we have any of those. And so I said, well, let me show you the picture so maybe you can see, because I know that they got drawers and, closets that look like a mirror. So when I showed her my Pinterest board, create a Pinterest board for your vision, especially luxury items or trips or things like that. She said, oh, small leather goods. We actually have a whole section in the back. Let me go grab your items. So she took a picture of my screen of my Pinterest board, went back and pulled out every single thing that I wanted. But needless to say, I was able, one, to manifest the things on my vision board, and then two, I was able to manifest a free $300 gift certificate. So then, unfortunately, the mall shut down up until recently, and I wasn't able to utilize the gift certificate. So I said, well, maybe I'll just save it for the holiday and then buy myself something nice. So of course, I'm continuing to pin things on my Pinterest board, right? So I decided to go with my family to the mall yesterday. I did not want to sit in the house, and I made an appointment at the Gucci store because there were some things that I had wanted on my board. So I text this personal shopper because she had actually texted me twice in the last month, but specifically yesterday because I like Mickey Mouse, right? And I have the Mickey Mouse Gucci collection. It's what's to the side. I have like the flip-flops, I have the backpack. And she knew that I liked those items when I would go in there and purchase other things. And so she texted me a picture of now a Donald Duck Disney Gucci collection. And I'm not a fan of Donald Duck, but I said, well, clearly they have new stuff. So I texted her and I said, can I make an appointment? And so we made an appointment, we drove down there, and needless to say, we found some awesome items that were not on my Pinterest board, but I liked them because they were very unique. I haven't seen a lot of people that have them, and I wanted them, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into the unboxing. And the best part is one of these items were technically free, maybe minus of course taxes and like $50, but I was able to use my gift certificate because you can use it at any store in that mall. So let's unbox this first item. So both of us, as you can see, it's two boxes. Both of us, me and my husband, were able to go shopping, but what I did is I didn't know what we were gonna get when we went to the mall, clearly. And when he saw something, he was like, oh, those are nice. And I'm like, oh, those are nice. But needless to say, we got some stuff, okay? So first, I have to watch my nails. So let me take this out of the box. So clearly you can see by the shape of it, it's some shoes, right? So let's go ahead and reveal the nice, beautiful bows that I so love. And we usually save these ribbons, I don't know, sometimes when I use them, maybe in my planner or something. So I love Gucci's boxing, very simplistic, and we have a money box in our house in which we use these for like my son to put all his coins and stuff. So packaging is very nice, right? And you know, they give you a flap to maybe put out so you can see in your closet what items you purchase. So these are called the Rubber Upper and Sole Sandal Rubber, men's size 9, because Gucci shoes typically run a little big for men. And they have the price point on there. So they have your care card here. And these were the sandals. And my husband's a very big lover of slides, and so am I. So he got these slides. Very nice, thick, red and green, black sole, which I love on shoes. The bottom has the Gucci emblem here. It's written right here, Gucci, and then it has the emblem here, and then it has Gucci stitched in inside, but very, very nice shoe, if you can see it, right? Super, super thick. He has the regular like green and red ones. They actually have some in blue, but they didn't have them in stock. And so it was really funny when the lady went and got his size, hold on. So when the personal shopper went and said, oh, do you want to try them on? And he kind of looked at me and he was like, no, I'm cool. She's here to get something, you know, with her certificate. And I was like, no, try them on. Me and Avery are gonna go over to the other section and look at me some shoes, right? And so, because I knew I didn't want a handbag or anything like that, but I mean, we can wear shoes. And so I wanted to see what was new because I hadn't been on a website in like a moment outside of stuff that's pinned on my Pinterest board. So he was like, okay. So he tried them on. She had told him about the other color. He was like, no, I'm cool. I just want to try these on. And actually I saw these when I was with my cousin at the mall, and I had told him these were fly. And he had never shared that with me. So I was like, oh, you've been watching them, you know, in my head. So sometimes I like to surprise, I like to surprise my husband when he thinks that, oh, I'm just going to the mall to buy me something. If he sees something and we have enough money in the profit meat fund, then I believe that my money is not just for me, it's for us, okay? So if he likes something, I don't like the fact that we can walk away from something and then you like, oh, I wanted more. No, if we have the money, go ahead and get it. Because some people are like, oh, I'll just wait till Christmas. For what? Like, why are you gonna wait till Christmas? If you want them now, if you wanna walk around with the slides down, get them now, right? So needless to say, he was excited, little, stumbling on his words like, oh my God, thank you, right? So before I get to mine, I wanna show you my sons because I don't want them to fall on the ground. So my son is 2, and I usually don't buy stuff like this unless it's time for photos, but I wanna start getting him to take more pictures. He actually likes to pose, and he has an Instagram page, so why not, right? So, and I might just open him up a little store. So we already kind of put these on the hangers, so I'm gonna go through them. This shirt, we actually bought it at different times. This Gucci kid shirt, it is a size, I believe, 4. We always get, we don't get a lot of this stuff, but when we do get it, we get it like too big. Like when we bought our eldest son like a belt, he wore that belt for 4 years, okay? And they poked extra holes in it, which if you buy luxury items for kids, I would highly encourage you to do that. And also keep in mind that if you were to buy shoes that go with stuff like this, make sure that your kids can walk in them. My son wore some of his little Gucci shoes, and it was not ideal for a birthday party, even though he didn't like to like play with the other kids in the dirt and all that stuff. But it was horrible because it messed up the heel of his foot. So after that, I was like, oh no, you're getting Nikes, Adidas, regular tennis shoes, right? But t-shirts I'm cool with. So he has a little Gucci little shirt. I like the little snake in the back with the, traditional green and red stripe. We got this actually from the Aria in Las Vegas when we were out there just for a quick family trip. So that's for him. And then these 3 items I actually purchased at, believe it or not, the Gucci outlet on your way to Palm Springs at Cabazon. So the first thing I purchased with no intent, I just really saw it. This shirt is, I believe, a 4 as well. And this shirt was a good deal. Typically at the Gucci outlet, they don't knock it down that much, but it was still lower than the regular store. And I like that sometimes they get things that the regular store doesn't have. So I like this one. It's Gucci, red and blue. And it's just a regular tee. So odds are he'll be wearing this one in a photo, not on the playground, clearly. He doesn't wear stuff like this on the playground. Maybe if we have a church function for Christmas, family function, things like that. And for photos, it's time for the boys to take pictures. Then I got this one as well. This one did come from the outlet. All 3 of these came from the outlet. So this one is a regular collared t-shirt. It has the G's here, and then it has like the little skull and like the numbers, but I really like this one, a little polo. And then I really like this one. It is so cute. So this one is a toddler boys, size 4T. And right now he's between a 2 and a 3, depending on how the clothes are structured and stuff. And so, cause he's a little husky, little buff, little baby. But I love this one. The shirt is very, very thick, white collar and green and blue stripes with a, it's between like navy and royal blue. I don't really know what shade of blue this is, but it's a nice blue where he can wear it with jeans, any shade of jeans for that matter. So that is my son's Gucci items. Now for myself. So I was able to buy something that I actually have been seeing for a while. I literally love the boxing. Look at this box. So if you can't tell, they definitely are shoes, but this is part of their new collection. So let's unwrap it. Super excited. Let's flip this up. So here. So very nice box, right? So let's see what your girl got with my me profit fund. So one big thing, my son was actually playing with this. They actually have like kids line paper. I don't know if you can like see it, but it's like the paper is like, what you write on in grade school. So that's pretty cool. These are called the plastic upper and rubber sole GG Supreme Stripes Not Fake. So size 6, it's actually in men. I wanted the women's, but the women didn't have my size. So she was like, oh, let me bring you out a 6. And again, I typically wear a 9 in women, a 7 in boys or men. So she was like, well, try on the 6, and they actually fit perfect, okay? So I love the care bags. I've never had a blue one. So it's a baby blue bag with Gucci script here. Really, really pretty. They give you 2 of them for all your slides. I have them for all my slides. I literally use them when I'm traveling. And then they wrap them up in this white. I don't know why my husband wasn't wrapped. Maybe it was because of the line, but so freaking bomb. Matter of fact, I gotta take out both so that you can get the whole not fake aspect, right? Okay. So let me take these out so you can get a full look at it. So first, this is a sandal, right? Black soles, pretty simple, but of course this is super bold. It has Gucci written right here. And if you put them together, not fake. For my people who like to wear, I guess, fake items, right? So this concludes, oh my God, I'm so in love with these. This concludes my Gucci haul, how to apply the 10-10-10 rule, how to live abundantly. I really hope that you enjoyed this video of me explaining first how I've been able to manifest abundance in my life as a business owner, mom. So thank you for tuning in. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have not already had the chance to do so, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments in the box. Let me know what was your most favorite item. What item do you want to learn more of? Also, I really hope that you take from here what we started with, which is the 10-10-10 rule, along with, if you're a business owner, investing 10% back in your business, whether that be marketing and or advertising or scaling your business. As the #1 branding coach for therapists, I really hope that the therapists have seen that you can actually grow a profitable business and streams of income while also living an abundant lifestyle, okay? So make sure to check out the other videos and let me know what other topics you want to learn about or hear about in regarding to building a profitable business as a mental health provider, or honestly, do you want to see more videos like this? So I will see you in the next one. Bye.